Welcome, brave viewers, to Dreadful Visions, where we dive headfirst into the chilling depths of the unknown. Join me, your guide through the darkest nightmares, as we unravel bone-chilling tales of real-life sleepover horrors. Brace yourselves, for these disturbing true accounts will leave you questioning the safety of your own slumber. Eternal Night, a haunting sleepover. Horror story. As the night descended upon us, casting its eerie shadows through the windows, my friends and I gathered in anticipation of a memorable sleepover. The old Victorian house, with its creaking floors and whispered legends, had always intrigued us. Little did we know, this night would etch a horrifying tale into our memories forever. We settled in the living room, clutching bowls of popcorn and exchanging nervous glances. Amy, the brave soul, suggested we delve into a spirit board session, hoping to communicate with the supernatural realm. Ignoring the warnings of impending danger, we positioned our trembling fingers on the planchette, our hearts pounding in sync. With each question, the planchette slid effortlessly, spelling out cryptic messages. Our initial excitement turned to unease as the board seemed possessed, spelling out menacing words and taunting us with sinister promises. It claimed to know our deepest fears, and vowed to unleash them upon us before the night's end. Unnerved but still skeptical, we dismissed it as a mere parlor trick. Little did we realize, our skepticism was about to be shattered. A chilling breeze swept through the room, extinguishing the candles in one fell swoop. Panic seized our hearts as we found ourselves shrouded in darkness, the air thick with an otherworldly presence. Terrified whispers filled the room, as the house seemed to come alive. Scratching sounds emanated from the walls, as if unseen hands were clawing their way towards us. The floors trembled beneath our feet, as if the very foundation of the house was being torn asunder. In that moment, we knew that the spirit board had awoken something malevolent. Seeking refuge, we hurriedly retreated to the basement, our footsteps echoing in the dimly lit corridor. The air grew colder, our breath forming misty clouds before our eyes. The flickering light bulbs cast dancing shadows on the walls, distorting our surroundings into a macabre spectacle. Fear gnawed at our souls as we realized we were not alone. Whispers echoed from the depths of the basement, growing louder with each passing moment. We huddled together, clutching each other's trembling hands, searching for solace amidst the encroaching terror. Unearthly voices taunted us, their chilling words caressing our ears, revealing secrets we wished to remain buried. Suddenly, a blood-curdling scream pierced the air. The source was Sarah, whose face contorted in unimaginable horror. Her body convulsed violently as unseen forces seemed to tear at her very being. Helplessly we watched as she was dragged into the shadows, her screams fading into a haunting silence. Desperation consumed us, fueling our flight through the labyrinthine corridors of the house. The walls seemed to shift and rearrange themselves, trapping us in a maze of endless dread. We stumbled upon a room, its door ajar, beckoning us with a dim light. Desperation outweighing caution, we entered, praying for sanctuary. What greeted us within was a nightmarish scene. The walls were adorned with grotesque paintings, each depicting a gruesome fate that awaited us. The air was thick with the stench of decay, and our hearts quivered as we heard footsteps approaching from behind. We turned, only to come face to face with Sarah, her eyes vacant, her mouth twisted into a ghastly grin. Terrorized and cornered, we realized the spirit board had chosen us as its unwilling victims. Our pleas for mercy fell upon deaf ears as the vengeful spirits closed in, their chilling laughter echoing through the room. One by one, we succumbed to their wrath, our screams fading into the darkness, forever lost in the nightmarish realm of the house. Whispers of the Forgotten, the haunted cabin in the woods. The moon hung high in the inky sky as my friends and I gathered for a long-awaited sleepover in my family's secluded cabin deep within the woods. Laughter filled the air as we exchanged stories, our youthful spirits untouched by the encroaching darkness that awaited us. As the night wore on, a sense of unease settled upon us. Whispers of unsettling legends surrounding the cabin began to circulate, tales of a restless spirit said to wander the nearby forest. Ignoring our trepidation, we dismissed it as mere folklore, determined to enjoy our time together. The crackling of the fireplace provided some solace, casting dancing shadows upon the wooden walls. However, our sense of security was short-lived. A faint tapping sound echoed from outside, growing louder with each passing moment. Fear seized our hearts as we peered through the window, only to find a figure lurking in the darkness. A chill ran down my spine as recognition dawned upon me. It was a pale woman, her long, tangled hair obscuring her face. She stood motionless, her hollow eyes fixed upon us. Panic surged through our veins as we locked the doors and shuttered the windows, desperate to keep the malevolent presence at bay. The night wore on, our nerves frayed as the tapping continued, relentless in its persistence. Shadows danced upon the walls, taking on sinister forms that seemed to leer at us with unseen eyes. The cabin groaned under the weight of an otherworldly presence, as if the very foundation of our reality was being tested. In a desperate attempt to dispel our mounting fear, we decided to seek answers. Armed with flashlights and trembling courage, we ventured into the forest, hoping to unravel the mystery that bound the spirit to this place. The branches above whispered in the wind, their eerie voices beckoning us deeper into the heart of darkness. A dense fog descended, enveloping us in its ethereal embrace. The air grew heavy, suffocating our breaths as we stumbled upon an ancient graveyard hidden within the woods. Weathered tombstones stood as silent sentinels, a testament to forgotten lives and the secrets they held. As we explored further, our flashlights illuminated a crypt covered in moss and decay. The door creaked open, revealing a descent into darkness. Guided by morbid curiosity, we descended into the depths, our footsteps echoing ominously. The stale air clung to our skin as we navigated the winding corridors of the crypt. Strange symbols adorned the walls, whispering of forgotten rituals and forbidden knowledge. In the heart of the crypt, we discovered a hidden chamber, a shrine to the tormented spirit that haunted our dreams. In the center of the room lay a worn, leather-bound journal. Its pages revealed a tragic tale of a woman named Eliza, who was wrongfully accused of witchcraft and banished from the village. Bound by rage and injustice, her spirit became trapped in a cycle of vengeance, forever seeking retribution against those who wronged her. As we read Eliza's haunting words, the atmosphere grew more oppressive. An unseen force gripped our souls, paralyzing us with fear. Suddenly, the chamber filled with an otherworldly light, illuminating Eliza's anguished form before us. Her eyes burned with fury as she unleashed her wrath upon us, the weight of centuries of sorrow and bitterness crashing down upon our fragile beings. Desperation fueled our flight, our pounding footsteps echoing through the crypt. The specter pursued us relentlessly, her anguished screams piercing the air. Panic consumed us as we struggled to escape the clutches of the vengeful spirit, her ethereal form drawing ever closer. Just as we reached the entrance, a blinding flash of light consumed the crypt, forcing us to shield our eyes. When we regained our senses, we found ourselves back in the safety of the cabin, the nightmarish ordeal a distant memory. We vowed never to speak of that fateful night again, our lives forever changed by the encounter with Eliza's tortured spirit. The cabin in the woods remained a place of dark whispers and lingering fears, a chilling reminder that some secrets are better left undisturbed. Reflections of Nightmare, the Cursed Mansion's Twisted Mirror. The old dilapidated mansion stood like a specter at the edge of town, its decaying walls shrouded in mystery. My friends and I, fueled by a mix of curiosity and youthful bravado, dared each other to spend a night within its haunted halls. Little did we know, we were about to step into a nightmare from which there would be no waking. As twilight painted the sky in hues of crimson, we gathered at the mansion's imposing entrance, our hearts pounding with a mix of excitement and trepidation. Armed with flashlights and nervous laughter, we stepped into the abyss, our footfalls echoing through the desolate foyer. The air was heavy, suffused with the scent of dampness and decay. Shadows danced upon the peeling wallpaper as we ventured deeper into the mansion's depths. The grand ballroom greeted us with broken chandeliers and tattered drapes, remnants of a forgotten elegance now lost to time. A chill wind swept through the room, extinguishing our flashlights and plunging us into darkness. Panic clutched at our throats as whispers surrounded us, disembodied voices carrying tales of tragedy and despair. We fumbled to relight our flashlights, desperate to pierce the veil of the unknown. Shaken but undeterred, we continued our exploration. The mansion revealed its secrets in haunting glimpses, each room more unsettling than the last. In the library, spectral books flew from the shelves, their ethereal pages filled with words of malevolence. In the dining hall, the remnants of a ghastly banquet remained, frozen in time, their decaying feast a testament to a cursed celebration. As the night deepened, we found ourselves drawn to the mansion's forgotten attic. Ascending a rickety staircase, we entered a realm untouched by time. Dust-covered furniture and cobweb-laden portraits lined the walls, their inhabitants locked in eternal gazes. It was here that we would face our most harrowing ordeal. In the attic's center stood a massive antique mirror, its tarnished frame reflecting a twisted version of our reality. Compelled by an otherworldly force, we approached, peering into its depths. Our own reflections stared back at us, but there was something off. Our features contorted into grotesque masks, revealing the darkness that lurked within. Suddenly, the mirror trembled, cracking like a spider's web. A primordial energy surged forth, engulfing us in a vortex of terror. Our screams melded into a chorus of anguish as we were transported to a nightmarish dimension, a realm where nightmares reign and sanity withers. In this twisted realm, we were pursued by our deepest fears given form. Shadows slithered across the floor, whispering taunts that burrowed into our minds. Claustrophobic corridors twisted and shifted, leading us into a labyrinth of terror. We fought to retain our sanity, but each passing moment threatened to consume us whole. One by one, my friends succumbed to their own horrors, their minds shattered by the relentless onslaught. Their anguished cries still echo in my nightmares, a constant reminder of the price we paid for our ill-fated curiosity. Determined to escape this nightmarish purgatory, I pressed forward, my will and resilience tested to the limits. The maze of horrors seemed endless, a torment designed to break the spirit. But as my determination grew, so did a glimmer of hope. In a final, desperate act, I stumbled upon a hidden chamber, the heart of this twisted dimension. Within it, an ancient artifact awaited, its power pulsating with unknown potential. With trembling hands, I grasped the artifact, unleashing a surge of energy that shattered the nightmarish realm around me. As reality reformed, I found myself back in the attic, the cracked mirror restored to its former state. My friends lay unconscious around me, their bodies battered but alive. I couldn't shake the feeling that something still lurked within the mansion, watching, waiting for its next victim. With great effort, I carried my friends out of the mansion's clutches, leaving that accursed place behind. We never spoke of that fateful night, the horrors we faced forever etched in our minds. The mansion remained a dark reminder of the dangers that lie beneath the surface of our world, a cautionary tale to all who dare to delve into the unknown. Thank you for joining me on this spine-tingling journey into the world of real sleepover nightmares. If you crave more unsettling tales, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Remember, the darkness never sleeps, so stay vigilant, and I'll see you in the next Dreadful Visions video. Sleep tight, if you can.